Hello everybody, today is going to be a understandable question about my 1980s Seasons by Valor cool and hot electric fan heater. Now, my biggest problem with this is I am going to keep it. I'm not going to throw it out. It's not that bad, but you probably guessed what's wrong with it. The hot setting. So the cool setting works because I tested it in the video. I turned it on the hot setting. Seemed to be blowing some really hot air. But it sort of blew out a burny smell. And I was like, that sounds dodgy. Like, if you imagine, like, you know, when you're having a bonfire, or just imagine smelling like a bonfire that smells smoky and fiery. Well, this actually smelled like fire and smoke, so I thought, oh God, I'm going to turn this fan off right now because I don't want it to burn, or like any of my stuff to burn. But I think about it, my house could burn. So I turned it off, I looked in the motor, and I found something. It was all of the dust getting hot. See, there's like hot sort of surfaces. All the dust is stuck to it. So when that gets hot, the dust will be like melting, and it creates like a sort of smoky smell. And I got proof because there's so much dust in it. I tried cleaning it this morning and it just doesn't work. So we tried the hot setting again, and the fan has turned itself off, and I was like, this is getting dodgy, because maybe dust getting hot is like making the whole fan a bit too hot, so it sort of has to trip and like stop working, which I don't think that's the case, but I think it might be. Now, I had this fan on this morning as well in the hot setting. In mine, it was on high, and a bit of dust came out because it sort of blows it out. And I saw some of the dust was, and I literally was burnt. So all the dust is burning in there. That's so unsafe. So, because it's dust, it will burn and make it hot. So this is very unsafe. It can only be used on the cool setting. Once I've had it on the heat setting, what I'll do, I'll put it straight onto the cool setting for about 4 minutes. So then it can sort of cool the motor down. Maybe I can have like a fan on it while it's on the hot setting. So then it can sort of blow the dust away. So then it can sort of be like a better fan. But I think this is not a very safe fan because I looked in the plug and the wires are a bit squished. Because you see, it's not one of those normal designs you thread your finger through. I've seen this on the Wasp fan before. I've seen it on the Wasp fan before. On the easy level, and it's like sort of hand plug. So yeah. If this fan, bear in mind, you guys remember the first video on this fan yesterday. So much dust, even at the back was like covered. If I had that on hot setting for more than a minute, that would have caught on fire, and my house would at least burn down, and we would all die. So this is like a fire hazard for the hot setting until I get the dust out. Granddad's gonna do it for me because I actually don't know how to get the screws off. So yeah, I don't know how to get the screws off. There is no screws to get the front or the back off. It's so stupid. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but maybe my granddad can do it. I'm too scared to test it. Maybe my dad or my granddad can test it just to see, have a proper look what's going on in the motor. Because my granddad fixes things like that. My granddad's good at electricity. Maybe he can have a little look in the motor, see what's going on. Because there is a lot of dust covering the wires. It would sort of cover the copper parts, and that wouldn't be good because it stops the connection. So maybe that's why it doesn't turn on. There's a few different reasons. Like I said, like I said, it's dangerous at the moment, but I'm gonna sort of have it like this. I might have it like facing the window, but like the sign said, do not cover. I'm gonna write on it, do not use. So if someone living like a strange, sort of my friend comes along and wants to turn this on, he wouldn't use it. This is my family's use, so they can test it out. But I don't know, my friend's testing it out, because if he's not careful, he could burn my house down and sue the family, which I highly doubt that would even happen. But just making sure this fan could be safe at some point.